news that we hear about the Northeast is mainly negative news. We hear about violence. We hear about the violence between the Nagas and the Manipuris. But there is one place where the Mizo can sit down with the Khasi for a meal. There is one place where the Naga can call the Manipuri his brother.
There were a large number of small terrorist or underground organizations that decided to attack. The Assam Rifles was the only force that was there in the Northeast.
Sir. Viewers, I'm entering the grenade firing range and these are the grenade bays. What you have here is an HE-36, a high explosive 36 grenade, which is the standard issue grenade of the Indian Army. And these are the parts of the grenade. This is the outer body which has the explosive inside, and this is the pin. You might have seen this in a lot of movies. You take this out. Normally the hero in the movie will use his teeth to take it out, but it's not done that way. It's taken out with your finger. This is the lever here, and this is the base plug, which has the firing mechanism inside. So I'll just show you. This one is not primed for obvious reasons, for safety reasons, but this is where this thing is put, the mechanism is put. You shut this, and the way to do it is simple. You hold it like this, you take out the pin, you throw the grenade, and you can take out the pin and keep the lever depressed, and the grenade will not fire. It's only when you leave the lever, there's a ping sound. 4 seconds later, there is an explosion. A grenade is used much like an area weapon in the sense that I'm using these terms very loosely, viewers. When there is a cluster of people and you want to engage a cluster of people, so you throw a grenade. It has a elimination zone or a destruction area of approximately 8 meters, and this is how it functions. You pull the pin out, you throw the grenade, and then there is destruction all around. We're going to see a live demonstration of how the grenade is actually fired, like we say in the Indian Army, tartib var, as per the drill. Let's go.
Arya, nearly question. Grenade. Question tayar. Ready. Throw grenade.
So viewers, we are here on the grenade firing range. This one obviously is a blind, it did not explode. I have with me here Major Soumya from the Assam Rifles. Major Soumya, welcome to Patriot.
Thank you.
And she is going to explain to us what is to be done in such a situation where a grenade does not explode. First of all, Major Soumya, tell me, you are in Assam Rifles, but what is your parent unit?
I belong to Corps of Engineers.
Corps of Engineers.
Yes.
Viewers, she's from the Corps of Engineers. Corps of Engineers is, generally we talk about engineers, we say the people who build things. In the army, the engineers build and they also blow up things. This is the blow up strategy which is going to happen right now. Come, let's talk to Major Soumya.
Yes, now you can see that it's a
Yeah.
blind grenade.
Yes.
During firing, it happens that due to some errors or defects in the grenade, it doesn't blast. We have to demolish it in situ for the safety purpose of our men.
Okay.
We have trained instructors and soldiers with us who will demolish this grenade with some explosives and charges.
Okay. Viewers, as Major Soumya explained to you, this grenade due to some defect has not blasted, and it has to be destroyed in situ, which is it has to be destroyed where it is right now. So we'll have a couple of instructors come in here, they'll blast it using plastic explosives, and it's going to happen. We'll show you this live. All right then, let's go. Sir, in these 180 plus years that the Assam Rifles has been in existence, in various forms and names, sir, I've heard about stories of sacrifice, stories of bloodshed, sir, operating in thick jungles, going beyond where there is no rule of law. And what we see today as Assam Rifles, which you're so proudly talking about and which we so proudly own as Indians, this is our force, Can you tell us something about the sacrifices and the gallantry of the Assam Rifles?
If you look at the number of awards that the Assam Rifles has got,
Sir,
you'd be amazed that we have more than 14,000 gallantry awards.
14,000, sir.
Amazing. 4 Ashok Chakras.
Sir.
Starting from 1957-58, when the first insurgency raised its head in Nagaland, till today, we have 4 Ashok Chakras.
Sir.
People who fought and given their blood for the country, and so that the Northeast could unite.
Sir.
At each point, wherever you go, even last year,
Yes, sir.
in fact, the Assam Rifles, almost 4 units of ours got unit citations.
Sir.
So at each point, there's ethos, gallantry, of courage,
Sir.
of bloodshed and sacrifice,
Sir.
which continues and needs to be nurtured
Sir.
forever.
Absolutely.
That's a very important thing.
Sir. And for a force, sir, for a force which is perpetually in the Northeast. And in the Northeast, sir, it's almost always on the boil somewhere or the other. We can say it's forever in operation, sir. There is no peace station for the Assam Rifles. They are forever in operations. They are forever in a so-called field area, sir, if I may speak of it that way, sir. The morale is surprisingly high.
Absolutely.
They're always singing.
Absolutely.
They always have a smile on their
Absolutely,
face.
yes.
Yesterday, sir, we were jungle bashing. We went deep inside the jungle. And suddenly this Gurji, sir, which I'll come back to you this, because I have a lot of commonality with the Gurkhas, sir.
Okay.
Like NCOs, we would call them Ustads.
Guruji, yeah.
But they say Gurji, sir.
Yes,
I
yes.
think a lot of Gurkha
There's a
influence,
lot of
sir.
ethos here.
Yes, sir, of the Gurkhas, sir.
Yes, a lot of
So, no crib, in the middle of the jungle, he says, Chali sab chai peete hain. And they made a cup of tea in the middle of nowhere,
Yes,
without
yes,
any
yes.
crib, sir. And all the while doing this, sir, they took positions, they did everything by the drill, and then they said chai peete hain. And they did that, sir. I want to ask you, in spite of being forever in operations, decades of operations, consistently and continuously,
Yeah.
how is it that the morale is sky high? How is it that everybody has a smile on their face? What are the secrets, sir?
I would say, I would put it down to 2 issues.
Sir.
One is the ethos of this force.
Sir.
They genuinely
Sir.
enjoy being with each other. So if
Sir.
a force is happy within itself,
Sir.
it will always be happy.
Sir.
Secondly, is the young leadership we have from the army.
Sir.
Excellent young officers,
Sir.
willing to give their everything
Sir.
for the men.
Sir.
And with these 2 issues and the fact that it has been such a successful force
Sir.
in the Northeast,
Sir.
so widely loved,
Yes, sir.
these boys are forever happy.
Sir.
In fact, yesterday I was in a place called Jobi,
Sir.
which is bang on the Indo-Myanmar border, in the most difficult area of my entire Northeast, in the Jobi. Absolutely difficult.
Yes, sir.
And I asked the men, I said, look, do you have any problems? And they said, no. I said, no, you must be having some problem. Tell me, are you getting your pay in time? He doesn't know it because there's no internet,
Sir.
there's no electricity.
Sir.
We've just given them generators.
Sir.
Maybe there's no mobile connectivity.
Sir.
But no, there was absolutely no crib.
Sir.
So I said, I have a couple of issues. I must tell you about housing, I must tell you about your medical, I must tell you about this. But there was no problem from that side.
Sir.
So it was amazing how none of these soldiers have any problem when I go to them.
Sir.
And I really want to help them and to tell them that, look, I'll help you with your problem.
Sir.
But they don't have any problems.
Sir.
It's amazing. It's a very wonderful feeling, Gaurav.
Like you said so very correctly, is the ethos, sir.
Ethos, absolutely.
And it all stems from that DNA, that ethos, sir.
Absolutely. The DNA of this Assam Rifles is
Sir.
very strong.
Sir.
Very strong, wonderful, full of spirit, full of sacrifice,
Sir.
full of love for each other. And more important, in a divided land like the Northeast,
Sir.
where tribal rivalries and tribal, problems are so huge.
Sir.
In this force, I don't have that problem.
Sir. Which is the miracle, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. So we
It's a
say...
miracle of
yes, sir.
leadership, it's a miracle of command, a miracle of operational ethos.
Yes, sir.
Amazing.
And like we say in Hindi, sir, that पेड़ उतना ही मजबूत होता है जितनी जड़ें मजबूत होती हैं.
Absolutely.
I think force की जड़ें बहुत
जड़
मजबूत
बहुत
हैं,
मजबूत है.
sir.
That
Which is why.
Yes,
that
that's something
bedrock
that
of-
I would want to highlight again and again, that this force has tremendous capability.
Sir.
It must be used for its capability.
Absolutely, sir.
Anglo-Burmese war we talk about the World War II. There was a requirement that we went inside the enemy territory, our adversary, deep into the terrain, see his lines of communication, see his lines of supply, cut them and hit him hard where it was required. and that is how we have been functioning. The history is testimony to that. What was the requirement? The requirement was the soldier is always fit for the deep infiltration back inside the enemy lines. And therefore, there was a requirement of training our men, whether it was day and night. It was a requirement of training them hard and hard. So there was a 10 km, 20 km and all long route marches where a soldier can go. Not only he himself reach physically, but his weapon, his ammunition, his rations, his equipment also reach safe and sound at the pace where he was required to reach and give a punch where it is required. And it is a normal routine that every good unit and subunit is training people for that. Yes, that is our motto, and that is why we have been doing that. Long inside penetration into the enemy lines and hit him hard where it was required. We achieved it successfully, and I'm sure we're going to do it in future also.
Drill in army is an important bedrock of military training. The history of drill goes back to the World War era, wherein the contingents used to be taken from one field, from their camps to the battlefield. From there, the drill that came into effect. It is the bedrock of a soldier's training. It plays a vital role in building up his personality, the way he speaks, his body language. Routine of a soldier starts with drill and ends with drill. As part of the attestation parade in the training center here, the recruits who have completed their training for last 1 year are being trained for their passing out parade. Drill is something which has a continuous effect on the soldiers starting from his training days till the time he hangs his uniform. Drill is something which carries him along. Every activity is a drill for a soldier. Every facet of military training or military life includes drill.
Viewers, what you're seeing here is basic stalking. They learn how to move like animals. They're moving like cats here, slowly moving towards the enemy's objective. This is called stalking, where they're making no noise. They're silently moving. What is their aim? Their aim is to reach the objective, reach the enemy, find out information about the enemy, and slowly come back. These soldiers are unarmed, which means that they're not going to attack. They're simply going to find information about the enemy without making any noise. In the past, our soldiers have gone till 1 meter of the enemy, just a breath away from the enemy, and the enemy had no idea that our soldiers were there. This is how they are trained. They're moving like cats. This is Billi Chal. They're moving like cats, slowly and slowly, stealthily, moving towards the objective, moving towards the target, moving very, very close to the enemy. They will observe the enemy. They will watch the enemy. They will find out all about the enemy's movements, and then they will come back and report to their commanders. This is Billi Chal. Viewers, this is Cheetah Chal number 1 or type 1. They're walking or crawling actually on the ground like cheetahs. These people have the INSAS 5.56 mm basic rifle, and they're using their rifles to slowly and slowly crawl along the ground using elbows and knees. You will see that most of them are not allowing their bodies, the middle of their bodies, to drag along the ground, because that will cause sound, because it will cause friction. And they're avoiding that, and they're moving basically on their knees and on their elbows. This is Cheetah Chal number 1, and they're moving with their rifles, moving slowly ahead towards the enemy objective, towards where the enemy is. Look at them without a sound. There is almost no sound. And with a few years of practice, I can assure you viewers, these guys, these very same people can get to touching distance of the enemy and the enemy will not know. That is what forces like Assam Rifles, who have spent their entire lives, entire tenures in counterinsurgency operations. That is what they do. They become so adept at living in the jungle, so adept at working quietly, without a sound, without noise, is that they can reach up and literally touch the enemy, tap the enemy on the shoulder, and the enemy will not know who's coming. Viewers, this is Cheetah Chal Type 2. If you look at this, how is it different from Type 1? Here, they're putting their knees and literally dragging their bodies forward. This is for different circumstances. This is a different kind of movement. Just look at their movement now. I want you to observe this movement. Now, what they've done is, they've put both the elbows forward and now they're pulling their bodies ahead. 2 elbows forward, pulling the bodies ahead. This is the slowest, but also extremely stealthy because the moving parts of the body are few. There are only actually 2 moving parts of the body. They're not using, except for maybe the toes of their boots, they're not using any other part of the body. They're just using 2 elbows. And with the help of 2 elbows, they'll go right up to where the enemy is, very silently, very effectively. All these type of chals, all these kind of movements are frequently used in forces like the Assam Rifles, even in the Indian Army, to train the soldiers how to move stealthily. Because in CI ops or in the fog of war, sound can mean death. If you make a sound, you could be shot. So best thing is to move silently. Also used to gather information about the enemy. These are various kinds of movements which are being taught to these soldiers. This is Cheetah number 2. Viewers, I'm here at the rock climbing face which has been constructed here. The Assam Rifle soldiers are being taught the basics of rock climbing, and with me I have Major S.S. Dadwal, who's their instructor. I'm going to speak to the Major here and then he's going to tell you what this is, what it entails, what kind of training is this. But let's first speak to him. Major Dadwal, welcome to Patriot.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you so very much for being a part of our show. It's indeed a pleasure.
Thank you.
So tell me, Major Dadwal, how long have you been here in the Assam Rifles?
From 2016 April onwards, I am posted here in ARTCS.
All right. And which regiment are you from actually?
Otherwise, I belong to infantry. I am from Tujat.
You're from Tujat Regiment. Excellent. So here we have a structure in which you're teaching them rock climbing. It's almost a vertical structure and then it gets inverted, making it more difficult. So what are you going to show us? What are you going to show our viewers today here?
See, the purpose of this training is, as we all know, like the terrain in Northeast is almost mountainous or jungle.
Yes.
And to operate in such kind of terrain, lot of mental fitness and physical fitness is required. Keeping all this thing in mind, rock climbing has been formed in or inculcated into the training and form part of the curriculum activities.
So tell me, does everybody do it or selected people do it?
Everybody who is doing training here has to do this.
So all the recruits who train out of here,
they have to
give them some level of expertise of rock climbing.
Yes.
Right? So Major Dadwal, can we start?
Yes.
Please. So this is the safety harness
Yes.
which they have, and now they're going to attach the carabiner. So Major, what are they doing now? Tell me.
They're checking whether the safety harness is
Strong enough
to hold them or not.
All right.
Now they've started climbing. As you can see, there is lot of eye and hand coordination is required by doing this, and lot of upper body strength is required to do the.
Absolutely. I mean, these guys must be having very powerful shoulders, because I saw the soldier on the left. He's literally pulling himself. It's like doing a complete pull-up. In fact, that guy is using a lot more skill, and this guy is using a lot more muscle power, I think.
This is a rock face.
Yes.
Otherwise, while doing an operation, like whenever they face a rock face, while doing an actual operation,
Yes.
lot of planning is required. What all things need to be kept in mind is where the individual can find a grip to hold on, at what level he can reach.
Yes.
So after doing this, lot of determination is required. The main purpose of the rock climbing is the aim is to achieve physical endurance, the mental strengthening, the agility, the flexibility, and it is also like the individual can also overcome the fear of height.
Yes, that's very important. So you're saying that all recruits who are here, who pass out, have at least this level of skill, minimum.
Before they are posted to their
posted to the
units,
battalions.
so that they are well versed with the nitty-gritty of the rock climbing,
Okay.
and they are the upper body is
Strong enough.
to do that.
So upper body strength, hand-eye coordination, mental robustness, physical fitness, and also the fear of height should go away. Vertigo has no place in there because they will be operating at heights also. Viewers, I have with me Colonel Anil Yadav, who's the training battalion commander here at the training school of the Assam Rifles. And I'm going to ask him how young recruits are trained, what is the ethos behind the training. Sir, welcome to Patriot.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Sir, I'd like to ask you, sir, how are recruits trained initially and then how is this training taken forward? Because these are all young civilians who are coming from the civvy street. They know nothing about the uniform. So how do you train them, sir?
Gaurav, as far as the training at the Assam Rifle Training Center and School is concerned,
Sir.
not only the recruit training, the Assam Rifle Training Center and School, the recruit training and the in-service training,
Sir.
both the training are carried out at the Assam Rifle Training Center.
Sir.
As far as the recruit training is concerned, our structure is based on the basic training and the advanced training.
Sir.
During the initial training, we made the individual proficient in physical,
Sir.
battlecraft, fieldcraft, and firing.
Sir.
As far as the advanced training is concerned,
Sir.
we make him proficient, that is specialization to the force specific,
Sir.
like the CI operations,
Sir.
IS duties,
Sir.
and the border management duties. Our structure of the training is almost similar to what is existing in the Indian Army.
I wanted to ask you before we proceed, because it is important because you're coming from a certain kind of background. Which regiment are you from, sir?
I am from Jackrif.
Okay, sir.
I commanded my parent unit in Jackrif.
Excellent, sir.
You would have heard about it during the Kargil operations, the
Yes,
13 Jackrif.
30 Jackrif.
Yeah,
Excellent, sir.
which got 2 Paramveer Chakras during the Kargil war.
You're from that legendary battalion, sir.
Absolutely. No,
That's
I'm not from that battalion, that particular battalion. I'm from that regiment.
That regiment, sir.
Yeah.
Excellent, sir. So, sir, coming back to this training, sir, now the training seems to be very much like what is done in the Indian Army.
Yeah.
How? I mean, have you taken the presses from there, or it is because the Assam Rifles is staffed by Indian Army officers? Is that the reason, or the role is like that? So, why is it like that?
Gaurav, if you see, even most of the battalions are being commanded by the army officers only.
Okay.
And most of the officers also in the training center are also from the army. The syllabus and the co-curriculum activities which are being carried out is almost similar, which is being done at the army.
Yes, sir.
And then we come to the force specific based on our operational job.
Yes, sir.
And if you see, operationally all the battalions of the Assam Rifle, they are under the army control.
Yes, sir.
So that is, you can say, the premise on which we do our training.
So, it's an army controlled force.
Yeah.
Under command army as far as operations are concerned.
Yeah.
And you have the entire officer corps, or most of the officer corps, I would
Yeah.
say, most of the officer corps
Yeah.
coming in from the Indian Army.
Yeah.
And hence those very, very strong linkages with the Indian Army. And this has been going on from times immemorial, say, kafi time se.
Absolutely, Gaurav. It's not only the recruit training.
Yes.
If you say the Assam Rifle Training Center, we are also carrying out the in-service training for our personals once they pass out from the training area. You will see that most of the in-service training which is being carried out is also being subscribed by the other CAPFs. Like we have a CIJW school, which
Yes.
is the central point of excellence for the CI operations.
Yes, sir.
Hence, all the CIJ or the jungle warfare training is being carried out,
Sure.
and the vacancies are being subscribed by most of the CAPFs and most of the northeastern police states.
So you have people apart from the seven sister states.
Yeah.
You also have Jawans coming in from, let us say, the BSF or the CRPF or the ITBP, sir.
Yes,
Is
it's
that
the-
true, sir?
Yeah, it is the nodal as far as the jungle warfare training is concerned.
Sir.
This center is the nodal point for the jungle warfare training.
Sir.
Plus, we are also subscribing to the vacancies which are being offered to us by the army.
So, okay, sir. So this becomes a triangle.
Yeah.
Army trains Assam Rifles.
Yeah.
Because I believe there were a few hundred vacancies. How many, sir? I think.
Over a period of time, generally about 650 vacancies in a year we subscribe to the army courses.
Okay.
Because if you see the operational role,
Yes, sir.
it is almost similar to what is the army units are.
Yes, sir, because Assam Rifles has done conventional
Yes.
operations also. You fought against the Japanese.
Absolutely.
In the Second World War. And
If you see the
here also right now.
Yes.
You're doing that.
That is why we carry out our review of the syllabus from time to time.
Yes,
and
sir.
if you see, earlier we used to give more preference to the conventional operations.
Yes, sir.
And then most of the battalions were involved in the CI operation, and hence in between we were more focused on the CI operations. Now if you see that Assam Rifle is both for the CI operation and the border management. Hence we have recently carried out the review of the syllabus, wherein we have included more or the specialized training for the border management.
Yes,
because if you see, almost about 60% of the force is deployed for the border management.
That is what the people of India don't know about. So they think Assam Rifles is a force that is basically counterinsurgency, but that's not true.
No, it is not true, because there are
You
large
do-
number of units.
Yes.
Almost about, if you take about, there are 46 battalions of the Assam Rifles.
Yes, sir.
Out of which 15 battalions are deployed for the border management, and the rest of the battalions are deployed for the CI and the ISUTs.
So in God forbid, sir, in times of war, Assam Rifle fights shoulder to shoulder with the Indian Army, sir.
It has to, because if you see, all the battalions are under the army for as far as the operational is concerned.
They are under Army command, sir.
Yes, they are under the army command.
Thank you so very much for speaking to us, sir. And thank you for being a part of Patriot. Viewers, today I have with me Major Dahiya, who's from the Assam Rifles, and he's an instructor in the counterinsurgency and jungle warfare segment that he teaches here to various recruits and other people who come here. Now, we have a very interesting thing in front of us when soldiers are deep inside the jungle, when there is nothing to eat. How do the soldiers survive? Major Dahiya will tell you that. Major Dahiya, welcome to Patriot, and thank you very much for being part of our show.
Sure.
So, first of all, tell me something about yourself. I've already said that you're part of the counterinsurgency and jungle warfare teaching here. You teach that, you're the instructor.
Yes, sir.
What all is comprised of this? What all do you teach?
So basically, if we look at the terrain here
Yes.
in northeast, it's completely jungled and mixed with the semi-mountainous terrain.
Okay.
So the operations in these areas against the insurgent groups are slightly prolonged.
Yes.
As anticipated. Generally, we go for 72 hours, then it is extended for 96 hours or more.
Yes.
So we teaches our soldiers, percolated down to the lowest level, that how to survive on the land, living off the land concept.
Yes.
So whatever the things are available in this jungle,
Yes.
whether it is any type of a tree, any type of a bush, or any type of a living animal, what all things the soldier should take and what all things he can't take.
He can eat to survive,
Yes,
and
yes,
what he should
basically,
avoid.
What he should avoid. So
Yes.
basically, this is that type of a training, and we teaches them here in the school.
Okay.
We go in a jungle and we do the live, training on such aspects, which the things which are laid in front of you. These are been taken from the jungle, and they are been
Alright.
prepared just a few minutes back.
So, Major Dahiya, you spent how much time here in the school?
I almost spent 1.5 years here in the school.
Okay.
I'm on deputation here
Yes.
from Army.
Army. And you're from which unit otherwise?
I'm from 17 Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry.
Okay, 17 Jacklight.
Yes, sir.
All right, excellent. Now, this looks like a very interesting menu, and I've never eaten these things in my life. What are these things? Major Dahiya, can you tell us from here? I think this looks slightly safe. This looks like some vegetables, I think.
These are all vegetables. These are the different type of bushes, different type of, and it varies from season to season.
Okay.
In one season it might be available. In another season it might not be available. Because in the depends upon the vegetation available in the
Yes,
jungle.
absolutely.
These all are leaves and small bushes. These all are very I can say tasty also, and very nutritious food.
Okay.
You can survive with this amount of food.
Yes.
You can survive at least a day. This
Oh.
is that much of nutrition provides you. This is papaya.
Okay.
This is papaya. This has been boiled, and it gives a lot of water intake also inside an individual.
Fresh water is something that you require because
Yes,
humidity,
because-
you keep on sweating.
Yes,
You need water.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
These all are the forms of vegetation. This is a type of a bamboo with the help of a bamboo,
Yes.
and it is rich in protein. And
All this looks like palak, but this is not palak, right?
no, this is not. All these are
Looks like
different
spinach.
type of
Yeah, yeah.
different type of vegetation,
Vegetation.
and have a different characteristics.
They're
and
basically wild.
they are all all wild.
All wild.
They are all
You
wild.
go to the jungle, you
yes,
eat wild stuff.
Yes. This is with the help of a bamboo. This has been, this is rice. This is a recipe. This is how to
Cook rice.
Cook rice in a
Yes.
bamboo.
Yes.
So if we don't have, we have a raw rice and how to cook it with the help of we don't have any utensil and all. Then you can do that. This is egg. How to boil an egg with the help of you take a earth, some of the excavation and you mud and you put on it, and then you boil, not boil exactly, you keep it in a fire.
Okay.
That's it. And it gives a good effect. Like I'll show you.
So you can boil the egg also.
Yes, you can see it's a boiled egg.
Oh, it's boiled from inside.
Yes, you can eat it also.
Okay, so this is a boiled egg. Excellent, excellent. You can just show it here for the audience. Guys, this is a boiled egg and they've boiled it without water. What they've done is taken the egg, put some mud around it and chucked it into the fire and it comes out as a boiled egg. Excellent, yeah, fantastic.
These are some local fishes which are available here in some of the water bodies.
Yes.
And you can see these are some worms which are generally you will find in a special, there is a special tree here.
So these
type
are worms?
of a tree. Yeah, these are worms.
These are cooked?
These are not cooked.
These are live?
Yes. You can eat them also, you can eat them also.
Okay.
So it depends upon your this thing.
Upon your taste?
Yes.
What you want to eat?
What you want to eat.
Excellent.
This is a specific type of a fish which is generally found in northeast only.
Okay.
And in this type of a jungle, and it is very good.
Yeah.
It is cooked. I can show you one of the live fish also, how we take it. One of our buddy, he will show you.
Okay.
You can consume it any, it solves two purpose. It gives you water content. It gives you protein.
He's basically drinking blood. इसका taste कैसा है? अच्छा. खून है.
मीठा मीठा टाइप का, मतलब खाता क्या बोलता है, नमक टाइप जैसा.
नमक टाइप का है. Very good, viewers. This is what these guys do inside the jungle. He's eating it. It was live 2 minutes back. In fact, this part is moving. It's I think still has some life. तो इसको आप खा जाएंगे पूरा?
पूरा मतलब
जितना खा सकते हैं खा लेंगे. So that is what they will do, and this gives them water. It gives them, that nutrition, and they eat that, and that is how they survive in the jungles, because they might have to be in the jungles for a week or so. After some time, the ration finishes. Like to eat in the jungles, apart from the wild berries, apart from the vegetation, so much of the year. This is part of the teaching. Yes. And this is what they actually do, and they actually...
It has to be done practical, because it is, as it is looking very simple, it is not that simple.
Yes.
It has to be taught to an individual.
Yes.
Like what all things are, good for his health,
yes.
what all he should not, consume during his move in the jungle.
He could by mistake consume something that is poisonous.
Yes, especially. So practical aspects of it has to be, taught and, on a day-to-day basis.
Viewers, you just saw one soldier eating a fish raw. Now you have silkworms here, which are a great source of protein. And I have my friend here, Singfo. Singfo is going to take a live silkworm and eat it. ये जिंदा silkworm है. Singfo, इसका taste कैसा लगता है?
टेस्ट में कुछ नहीं है, सब नमक सिमक ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
ये पनीर जैसा है.
पनीर ऐसा.
Okay, this is the jungle warfare version of the paneer, because he said it's like paneer, it has no taste, but it's great in terms of protein. Major Daya, I think
yes,
you have great protein,
it's a great
component, right?
3 to 4 earthworm sufficient for one meal.
One meal.
Viewers,
sometimes soldiering becomes a family profession where the entire family joins a single force, and Assam Rifles is full of such stories. Today I have 2 real brothers who are currently serving in the Assam Rifles. But viewers, that is not the story. The story is that actually they are 5 brothers. Today, I'm going to speak with them, and they will tell me what prompted them, what was their motivation to join the Assam Rifles, and how all 5 brothers ended up joining the very same force. Puran Singh Sahab, कैसे हैं आप?
ठीक है साहब.
और आप उस्ताद? हाँ, तो आप दोनों सगे भाई हैं?
सगे भाई.
और आप दोनों असम राइफल्स में
साहब.
अच्छा, बाकी आपके 3 भाई कौन कौन हैं?
3 भाई साहब. सबसे बड़ा भाई नाशुदार क्लर्क, जो कि आज की डेट में IGR ईस्ट श्रीकोना शिलचर में पोस्टेड है साहब. अच्छा. सेकंड नंबर का मैं नाशुदार पूरन सिंह, जो कि एज ए इंस्ट्रक्टर जे शूज़ लुसें कंपनी ट्रेनिंग जे शूज़
बिल्कुल।
2015 जुलाई 2015 से पोस्टेड हूँ साहब।
अच्छा।
और 3rd नंबर का सफर हवलदार 34 आसान राइफल। 4th नंबर का हवलदार आनंद सिंह जो प्रेजेंटली ARTC में पोस्टेड है साहब। 5th नंबर का राम सिंह फिलहाल ARTC में पोस्टेड है और IRB ट्रेनिंग के लिए इंस्ट्रक्टर के तौर पर गोवा गया हुआ साहब।
तो आप एक बात बताइए साहब, ये 5 के 5 भाई एक फोर्स में, ऐसा तो मैंने कहीं नहीं सुना कि 5 के 5 भाई एक फोर्स में आ गए, ऐसा कैसे?
ऐसा साहब पहले हम लोग बहुत गरीब परिवार से थे, तो चाचा मेरे चाचा जो है सेकंड आसान राइफल में सर्विस में थे।
अच्छा।
1981-82 में पेंशन जाते समय सबसे बड़ा भाई उनके साथ रहने लगा और यहाँ रह करके वो भर्ती हो गया, जिससे हमारे परिवार का पालन पोषण सुधर गया, काफ़ी अच्छा लगा। तो धीरे धीरे हमारी इच्छा हुई कि क्यों ना हम भी इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को ज्वाइन करें। तो धीरे धीरे हम लोग सभी भाई इसमें भर्ती हो गए साहब। और आज की डेट में परिवार का पालन पोषण इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की मदद से काफ़ी अच्छा है, वेल सेटल्ड परिवार है, सभी भाई काफ़ी अच्छी तरीके से रह रहे हैं साहब।
तो पूरन साहब आप एक बात बताओ
साहब,
ऐसा असम राइफल्स में और भी कोई केस है जहाँ पे इतने भाई एक साथ ज्वाइन करें? ऐसा तो नहीं होगा?
बहुत कम होगा साहब। आज की डेट में हम लोग चाचा ताऊ के बोलने से 9 भाई हैं इस असम राइफल में सर। सगे भाई में 5 भाई हैं और चाचा ताऊ के 9 भाई।
तो आप लोग 9 भाई कजन मिला के
आप
लोग 9 भाई असम राइफल्स
9 भाई हैं।
तो साहब ये और कोई तो नहीं है ना ऐसा कोई असम राइफल्स में आप जैसा केस? आपने बताया टोटल 9 भाई हैं,
9 भाई हैं
5 सगे
सर
और चाचा ताऊ को मिला के टोटल 4 और, तो टोटल हो गए 9
सर।
असम राइफल्स में पूरा परिवार।
10 थे, एक पेंशन चला गया, अभी 9 हैं आज की डेट में।
अच्छा 10
थे साहब।
10 भाई
सर चाचा ताऊ के लगा के 10 भाई।
चाचा ताऊ के लगा के 10 भाई।
और हमारा जो सबसे छोटा भाई है वो भी बंगा इंजन में था, वहाँ से MES में कन्वर्ट होकर के BNR JE है आज की डेट में।
अच्छा।
गंगानगर राजस्थान में पोस्टेड है साहब।
अच्छा, तो वो फौज में है?
वो आर्मी में साहब।
आर्मी में। तो सब आपके यूनिफॉर्म में, पूरा का पूरा खानदान यूनिफॉर्म का है। आप हैं कहाँ के रहने वाले?
मैं पहले पहाड़ उत्तराखंड पिथौरागढ़ डिस्ट्रिक्ट के थे सर। आज की डेट में डिस्ट्रिक्ट उधमसिंह नगर खटीमा में आकर खटीमा बैठ गए सब। हाँ सर।
खटीमा तो प्लेन ही हो गया?
हाँ सर। 4 भाई 5 भाई हम लोग प्लेन में आ गए, एक भाई पहाड़ में पिथौरागढ़ में मकान बनाया सर। 2 मंजिला मकान है, वेल सेटल्ड परिवार है सर आज की डेट में।
असम राइफल्स ने इसका मतलब भलाई करा?
बहुत बढ़िया साहब, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है साहब। आज की डेट में मेरी 32 ईयर सर्विस पहुंचने लगी है और यहाँ तक भी हमने नहीं सोचा था कि हम लोग यहाँ पे पहुँचेंगे साहब। यहाँ तक आज की डेट में भाई लोगों परिवार में काफ़ी अच्छा मेल मिलाप है साहब। जो भी हम कार्रवाई करते हैं, काम करते हैं, आपस में मेल मिलाप से करते हैं, आपस में सलाह मशवरा करके हम लोग करते हैं सर। और गाँव में जब जाते हैं, कोई भी फंक्शन जब होता है, शादी वगैरह होती है, तो काफ़ी अच्छा लगता है सर। परिवार जब मिलता है तो बहुत बढ़िया लगता है। गाँव वाले देखते हैं कि बोला इनकी भाइयों में अभी भी काफ़ी अच्छा मेल मिलाप है, काफ़ी
बहुत बढ़िया
ऐसा है साहब।
और उस्ताद आप बताओ, आप कैसे, आपका कैसे भाइयों को देख कर आ गए?
अभी अच्छा लगा हमको, हमारे भाई इस फौज में है करके, हम भी इनके साथ में, हमने बोला हम भी क्यों ना चलें भाइयों के साथ में। हमेशा एक साथ चल रहे तो क्या पता आगे भी एक साथ रहने का मौका मिलेगा साथ में एक फोर्स में होने से।
अच्छा,
इसलिए अच्छा लगा हमको।
तो आप बताइए, आपके बच्चे हैं?
आपके बच्चे हैं सर?
कितने?
एक लड़का एक लड़की।
आपके
साहब 2 बच्चे हैं साहब, एक लड़का एक लड़की है। लड़का फिलहाल गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज से पौड़ी गढ़वाल से BTech फाइनल कर रहा है साहब।
अच्छा।
लड़की देहरादून ग्राफिक वगैरह से BCom फाइनल कर रही साहब।
अगली पीढ़ी का कोई है असम राइफल में आने का? अब उनकी मर्जी आएंगे ना आए,
वो तो वो सोचे।
आपने बोले कि हमने हमारा काम है तुम्हें पढ़ा लिखा, आगे तुमने क्या करना है तुम्हारी मर्जी है।
बस वो जाने दे, वो क्या करना, हम उनको अच्छी शिक्षा लगा रहे।
अच्छा, तो आप बताओ उस्ताद, आपके गाँव में जब आप जाते हो या खटीमा में भी जाते हो?
हाँ जी सर।
या कहीं पे भी जाते हो? आप खटीमा में ही आपने घर बना रखा है?
मैं रुद्रपुर में।
आप रुद्रपुर में हो, तो ठीक है। ये सब प्लेन में आ गए, पहाड़ छोड़ के सबके सब प्लेन में आ गए। क्यों पहाड़ रास नहीं आए आपको?
नहीं, पहाड़ अच्छा लगता है सर। हम तो अभी भी सोचते हैं पेंशन जा करके शायद वहीं उधर ही जाएं।
हाँ, पिथौरागढ़ वापस।
हाँ
हाँ,
पहाड़ में अच्छा लगता है।
पहाड़ में अच्छा लगता है।
पहाड़ में 2 मंजिला मकान है। अभी माँ जी लोग रहते, माँ जी हैं अभी।
साफ हवा, साफ पानी, अच्छे लोग,
अच्छा रहता है उधर,
है ना?
पानी
सभी
अच्छा
साफ है वहाँ पे।
कुछ हमको वहाँ कभी फैन फोन चलाने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती।
हाँ,
कोई ये फ्रिज AC की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती वहाँ पर।
हाँ, वहाँ पे अच्छी ठंडा है पिथौरागढ़ में,
अच्छा है
ना? अच्छा, तो आपने क्या सोच रखा है? अभी तो आपकी नौकरी कितनी हो गई है?
मेरी 23 साल।
23 साल। तो जब पेंशन जाएंगे, पेंशन में तो टाइम है अभी?
टाइम है सर।
चलिए, बहुत अच्छा लगा आप दोनों भाइयों से बात करने का। और मेरी तरफ से बाकी जो आपके तीनों भाई हैं उनको मेरी तरफ से राम राम बोलना
सर।
ठीक है
सर।
अगर वो होते तो फिर और अलग किस्म की रौनक होती,
और अच्छा होता सर,
और अच्छा लगता है। लेकिन अब वो है नहीं, तो चलिए कोई बात नहीं
सर।
हमारी तरफ से उनको राम राम बोलिएगा। और पेट्रियट में शामिल होने का आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बहुत अच्छा लगा आप दोनों से बात करके। ओके सर, जय हिंद।
असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई। भारत की रक्षा हम करते जो दिन से हम कभी न डरते, भारत की रक्षा हम करते जो दिन से हम कभी न डरते। हर आफत से हमें लड़ते सीमा पर हम जीते मत, हर आफत से हमें लड़ते सीमा पर हम जीते मत। भारत के हम रखवाले, भारत के हम रखवाले, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई। हर जवान है योग्य सिपाही, हर मोर्चे पर लड़ी लड़ाई, हर जवान है योग्य सिपाही, हर मोर्चे पर लड़ी लड़ाई। हर दुश्मन ने मुंह की खाई सामा असम राइफल्स की लड़ाई, हर दुश्मन ने मुंह की खाई सामा असम राइफल्स की लड़ाई। भारत के हम रखवाले, भारत के हम रखवाले, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई। न्याय मन को चाहने वाले, धीरज से टकराने वाले, न्याय मन को चाहने वाले, धीरज से टकराने वाले, पर्वत को बढ़ाने वाले, यारी पर मिल जाने वाले। भारत के हम रखवाले, भारत के हम रखवाले, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई। आंधी आए या भूचान, आए बाढ़ या पड़े अकाल, आंधी आए या भूचान, आए बाढ़ या पड़े अकाल, से भारत रहते हर हाल हम भारत माता के लाल, से भारत रहते हर हाल हम भारत माता के लाल। भारत के हम रखवाले, भारत के हम रखवाले, असम राइफल्स के सिपाही देश के हमने शान बढ़ाई, शान बढ़ाई।
Viewers, you just saw this very, very fine Assam Rifle song. But who says that soldiers can't have fun? Who says that musicians don't wear the combat dress? This entire operation is over now. They have taken their positions. This bank is secure, and after ascertaining that this bank is secure, they will move forward. So viewers, when the insurgent is dead, you know, sometimes what happens is that they take a grenade, they pull out the pin, and under their bodies, they keep that grenade with the lever depressed. So till the time the lever is depressed, the grenade does not explode. So when we try to remove the dead body, sometimes to check for ammunition, arms, or to check for identification papers or any other thing, our boys or our men will not be hurt, and then they can proceed with the other activities, which is why this rope is important.
Soldier at war goes hand in hand. One of the most traditional and effective way to inculcate killing spirit in the male and female recruits is to teach them bayonet fighting.